Today we're talking about the Ecoflow Delta2 Max. I've had it over 6 months, I've used it a hell of a lot, so without further ado, let's get into it right now. USB devices, yes, all of these are plugged into here. We're going to go through that in a sec. All sorts of different weird and wonderful things you can plug into this, not just USB plugs, but we've got the bog standard 3-pin plugs here. These happen to be fairy lights or Christmas lights. We'll go into that in a sec as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on and you'll be able to see what power all of these are drawing. So one press of the red button, nice and simple. To activate this panel, you just press the USB panel there, and you can tell what sort of watts it's actually drawing to charge all these up. You can see on the screen there, it's really simple. You've got the input and the output, nice and straightforward. So basically the input is whatever is going into the device. Now you can charge this up with the mains, plug it into the vehicle, which I do quite often, or obviously the solar panel. Very straightforward. And at the bottom, all it shows is how much power this is giving out. Like I said, charging up these devices here. So this is the USB panel we mentioned earlier, and quite simply all you do is you just turn it on and off with that button there. Now these two here are fast charging. These two USB-Cs outputs are fast charging as well, and these are the standard USBs. So it's really handy to charge up things if you're in a hurry, like your phone or your power bank on your car, that sort of thing. So we've got our Bluetooth speaker, which I've had well over 10 years now, still going strong. We've got the sight light from Olight. We've got the Warrior X4 flashlight, and we've got our really cool jump starter there. Our Anchor power bank, and of course our little smartphone, all plugged in, charging up for free. And the weird thing is, we had a power cut up here in the mountains in the cottage recently, and we had some earlier on in the year too, and no doubt we've got more power cuts on the way. I've got a friend over in England and they've had power cuts quite a fair bit in the last week or so. So is it going to be a trend like last year where power cuts were popping up all over the place? Possible. But tell you what, having this thing is amazing. You know when you wake up in the morning and you turn the light switch on, it goes click, no light. So as a fail-safe, what I do is I'll go into the other bedroom, click that one on. If that doesn't come on, that pretty much confirms that yes, we've got another power cut. So the age-old routine is you go downstairs, and if there's anything that needs topping up, plug it in, because we don't know how long these power cuts are going to be on for. Now as a rule, I like to keep this power bank topped up at all times. So I've got a maximum amount of power just when I need it when the power goes out. And yes, it is annoying, it is frustrating. Lots of us who have to work from home heavily rely on power. Now, this power bank here, I took to the Bushcraft show and the Prepper Meet. So I was completely off grid during those two events. And let me tell you, it makes life so much easier. You know, charging up and running all of the lights inside the tent, everyone's phones, tablets, laptops, all of that sort of thing, plug-in heaters, you name it. Having something like this we can just take into your tent is seriously cool, because like I say, it's one big monster which provides power, not to me, but I had a few friends come over because their phones was getting low. Can you plug this in? Yeah, sure. And I'll tell you what, it done both weekends with these with like 50% power left when I got back. So it's really good, and it's super handy. Like I say, not just for the home for power cuts, not just for when you go out camping with friends and family, that sort of thing, but everyday use. And I absolutely do use this every single day. It's a godsend. It's saving me a fortune on my energy bills too. Any of you guys familiar with these? Usually you see these around Christmas time when you got Christmas tree lights, etc. Now, these are 300 warm LED lights each. So there's 600 in total. All I do is I plug this into the back, turn it on, boom. Guess what? We've got lighting which saving me an absolute fortune. Together, these are around 7 watts for 600 LED lights, which is more than enough to replace the current 2 horribly expensive bog standard light bulbs that we have here in the cottage. Ding! Guess what? These light bulbs, they're 15 watts each. So 2 of them, 30 watts. I know. Work it out, over a year, it is a saving, and that's just lighting. Another cool thing about this, you can control this remotely via Bluetooth. I know, it's incredible. And all we do is we just turn the device on. So we tap it there, we choose output, AC, if you see on the screen there, and you just ding. I don't know if you can see in the reflection of the screen, but look, all of the fairy lights are on. It's that simple. And like I say, it does save a few bob over there. And there's 4 bog standard 3-pin plug outputs on the back. So all you do is you just press the button to turn that little panel on, or you can just use the app like I just showed you. Turn it on, turn it off whenever you want. It's all completely controllable with the app, which is free. And yes, it makes life so much easier. I know there's going to be some questions and comments, etc., about the technical specs and that sort of thing. So, because my memory is not all of that, and I'm a bit of a technophobe if I'm honest, I've got some of it here. Now, according to this is an LFP 40135 high quality, best in its class lithium battery. It's going to last a minimum of 10 years. A minimum. Wow. A high efficiency runs over 3,000 cycles. 3,000 cycles. Then when it gets to that, it goes to 80%. When it carries on, it's pretty cool. Now, another thing is it's got 60,000 times minute battery health monitoring. So it is absolutely safe. And it's got 12 battery safety protection systems built in place. So I know some people have fears about lithium batteries exploding. We've not had any problems whatsoever with this device overheating or especially exploding. Like I say, it's got 12 special safety features built into the device to ensure that that just does not happen. Another thing, what Ecoflow do is they do a thing which I don't think anyone else does out there, and that means it's got X boost. It goes really, really fast. So when it's completely flat and you need to charge it up, it does it faster than any other battery, solar, generator, power bank, whatever you want to call them, okay? It's called the X-Stream. They've patented it, and it does it so quick, it's crazy. Like I say, you can completely customize the whole thing with the app. It's really, really simple to use. If you do have any problems, the chances are it just needs a firmware upgrade, and that takes about 2 minutes, and it's very, very simple. Even I could do it. And like I say, I am a bit of a technophobe. Self-confessed, not embarrassed about it. It is what it is. So if I can use this pretty much straightforward, I'm pretty sure anyone can. Now, I've got friends who have got the DELTA2 when we did videos late last year. Some of them have got them on narrow boats. I've got people using them in their vans, doing van life. And indeed, people at bug out locations, they're doing camping, they're going to events and that sort of stuff. And indeed, they use them just like I do at home, just to save that bit of extra money off of the energy bills, because they are going to be going up in January. We've already talked about this on videos. So like I say, it is probably a good time to at least look at these sorts of devices. Now, Ecoflow do a myriad of different solar chargers, panels, generators, the whole thing, right down from very, very small budget to really high end, okay? Now, luckily for you guys, if you are interested, but you don't have to, please check out the link below, because there is a sale going on. Yes, they're wiping hundreds of pounds off of these devices for a very short period of time, and also they have given me a discount code to give to you guys to save even more money. So if you are a little bit concerned about this winter, and let's face it, we've already had a massive cold snap. We've been driving around here at -7 in the daytime. Now, if we're getting that sort of temperature and that sort of weather in the autumn, what's this winter going to be like? Don't forget, winter doesn't start until the 21st of December, and it goes on for 3 months, okay? Now, Do you want to be without power in your home? It's a lot more convenient if you have got power. And yes, I know we can all muddle along, etc. without power. But that's okay if it's down for a couple of hours. What if it's down for a couple of days? How much is that going to impact your day-to-day activities? Is it going to upset the children in the household? If you've got some sort of money that you want to invest into this sort of thing, with the energy prices going up constantly year after year after year, to me it makes perfect sense. And like I say, because there is a very short window to get loads of money off of everything on their website with that discount code as well, hey, I know not everyone can afford it, but it may tip that sort of balance into a wider scope of people. Also, it helps me because I do get a small percentage of this. Yes, they sent this to me for free and I've been trying on it for 6 months. What I didn't want to do is just to do a bog standard video where you open it up, show it, done. People are going to ask, yeah, okay, what's it like in 6 months' time, a year's time? Has it broken? Has it failed? Is it still working as it should? Does it still charge fast? And I can absolutely say, hand on my heart, there's been zero problems, and yes, it still charges fast. It does an amazing job. And for me, because every now and again, I have to drive down to South Wales or up to North Wales, sometimes over in England, and we're talking anything between 2 and 4 hours at a time. So why wouldn't you plug this in the back of the vehicle or in the front with the cigarette lighter and charge it up as you go? So when you come back home, return home, guess what? You've got all of that free electricity pretty much. And it's going to save money on the bills. And yes, I know the bills are going to continue to rise like they always do. So there we are. 6 months, continual use. I've tried it indoors, outdoors, AC, DC, the whole thing, charging it up, running it down, and I've had zero problems. And that's the honest truth, okay? It really does come into its own when we have power cuts. We do have them quite a lot, especially as it gets colder. When the storms come, the trees come down out here, the power lines go down, and the longest I've been without power here is just under 2 days. So having something like this has made a huge difference. It's keeping the mobile phones charged up, it's keeping my laptop powered so I can continue working, it's having my Wi-Fi turned on and staying connected, it's having the water pump plugged in so I can have water pumping around the house, because when it gets cold, we've got the wood burner there, it's a back boiler, okay? So without a water pump to pump the water to the radiators, etc., guess what? It gets very cold. So this is literally a one-stop trick which provides everything. And this, I'm led to believe, is one of the most powerful ones that they offer at the moment. So yes, having this, it's a huge peace of mind. It really is. And like I said, please check out that link below, because like I say, it's got all of the discounts for everything on their website, and they've given me a discount code to share with my subscribers, because you guys are the best, supporting me, getting yourself a bargain at the same time, and making sure that you are prepared, not just for power cuts, but preparing yourself to lower your energy bills, because like we know, everything is going up, and this is bucking the trend because at the moment the prices have come down. So like I say, a short time, grab yourself a bargain, you'll be glad you did. They guarantee them for 10 years and they are as good as they say they are. I wouldn't be doing these videos if they were rubbish. They are really good. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update video about how good the DELTA2 Max is, and yes, it is really good. I'm not just saying that, I use it all the time. So you guys take care. Thanks ever so much for watching, and stay funky.